Hello and welcome to Money Control. I am Mariam Faruqi, and joining us today is ace cricketer who's also part of the Chennai Super Kings, Deepak Chahar, who's not only prepping for the Indian Premier League, which is around the corner, but is also expanding his business ventures. Let's find out what more is in store when it comes to brand Deepak Chahar. Thank you, Deepak, for joining us on Money Control.
Thank you for having me, Marian.
Deepak, last time you had, it was last year when you had started your entrepreneurial journey. You started a fantasy gaming platform, and now you have a new venture that you have launched. Please, could you tell us about this new business? What the planning that went behind it, the name of this new venture, when did it start? All of these details, please.
My new venture is a sports brand, which is called D9, and I always wanted to come into this segment. Like I always wanted to make a cricket shoe first, because I've seen my struggles. I've seen a lot of kids struggling with cricket shoes because all the good quality cricket shoes, which is technical, are very expensive. Just like more than 10,000 rupees. Now it's till 18,000 to 15,000. Obviously, all middle class people can't afford. Even I was not able to afford when I started my cricket. I know first time I got a good pair of shoes was in NCA, which was free of cost. So I've seen the struggles of the kids. So I always thought someday if I'm able to do it, if I make it, if I have enough money to start a business to support kids, I'll try to do that. Make a good cricket shoe. Obviously at the affordable prices, which is very technical, which will prevent injuries, as I've suffered from a lot of injuries, and I see a lot of fast bowlers suffering from injuries. Obviously, uh, good technical shoe or good equipments can really help. So this was the idea since the beginning, and it took me. Uh, we did R&D for the shoes for at least 1.5 years. Then we have launched into the market, and we have launched with cricket spikes, with and sports nutrition, like sports, it's all protein and health supplements. So obviously that again helps a lot of athletes, obviously to get good quality health supplement at a good price. So again, it was my passion from always. When I always thought one day if I'm able to help all the middle class people, provide them good quality stuff which can really help them in the future.
So Deepak, like you said, it's affordable. Could you tell us the price point at which it is available, and
Sorry.
also a little behind the name, D9? How did you come up with that?
D9, I think 9 is a very powerful number, and D you can relate
Oh,
because
right.
wanted to be the brand which is related to me, and I think D represent Deepak and dynamic both, because uh, we will be very dynamic, and our approach to all the this categories will be very different. For example, when I started with cricket shoes, why I started with only cricket shoes, because I had a cricket contract for with the other brand for many years, and every time our feedback was taken, and which was that was not implemented in the shoes, because obviously now I know why it was not implemented, because when you make a shoe, you make a last first. When the last is made, it cannot be changed, and obviously there is a good amount of cost to make the last. So whatever you say, when the shoe is already made, your feedback doesn't matter, because the feedback should be before making the shoe. So this shoe, obviously, I tried. I had done R&D for 1 year. A lot of other cricketers wore it, and I had spoken to a lot of physios and trainers. Took a feedback from them. What really is a good shoe. What is a technical shoe.
So price point, if you could throw some light on that,
So
please.
the MRP of cricket shoes starts from 6,000.
Mhm.
6,000. Obviously, then you get some discount.
Mhm.
Obviously, I wanted to make cheaper than this, but I couldn't, because obviously quality is very important, because this shoe is for everyone. So basically, I wear it. This Ranji Trophy season, this last Ranji Trophy season, we had 50 Ranji Trophy players wearing D9. And obviously last IPL also we had a few players wearing D9.
Interesting. And you also have plans to launch a new range. So when do you plan to launch? Is it during the upcoming IPL season? What will be that those products? If you could throw some light, please.
So the plan is to make a complete sports brand. As I told you, we started with the cricket shoes because that was easy for me, because I have the knowledge of making cricket shoe. I've been wearing cricket shoes since I was a child, and obviously I had a support with a lot of cricketers and support staff, helping me out with the technicalities. But at the same time, you need to know understand the technicality of manufacturing. So obviously, you learn everywhere. So our thinking was, we'll start slowly, then we get our learnings, then we move on to the bigger segment, which is running shoes. Obviously running shoes market is a huge market. A ratio of running shoes and cricket shoes is massive. I would say 1:1,000, might be more. So obviously, we started with cricket. Now we'll be launching running shoes just around the IPL, maybe just end of the IPL. Depends on the, again, manufacturing and all. And after that, we'll be launching sneakers, then clothing, then we start opening stores. So obviously, plan is set for next 2.5 years to 3 years, but we are taking very slowly, because that's what I've learned in my life. When you take slow steps, obviously you're stable, and you don't fall down, and you have your learnings every step. So obviously that's what we're trying to do, learning in every phase. And next phase is launching running shoes, which we will be doing just around the end of the IPL.
So Deepak, like you said, there are a lot of developments, and of course there are many learnings. But like you said, you are launching new range, and we look forward to the new launches during the end of the IPL. But what I wanted to understand was right now, what is the strategy? Is it are the products available offline, in stores, online, and how do you plan to scale this up?
Obviously, what I've learned, we have obviously had a lot of learnings. What I've learned is, people don't buy sportswear too much online. Like I'm
Hmm.
a sportsman. I have never bought anything online, because when it comes to sportswear, obviously everyone wants comfort, and they want to have a proper size. They want to see the fit when they wear clothing. So online is a market where, obviously, you can sell. Obviously it's easy to reach people, but people see online but buy offline. So obviously,
Hmm.
you need to have a strong distribution channel, which we are trying to make. We already covered at least 15 states where we have good distributors, and
Hmm.
obviously we're expanding slowly. So obviously, we are planning for of the market of the normally on online and offline. And strategy is simple. Try to make best products, which is obviously competing with the best of the brands, and at the lower price. And everyone should be easily, for everyone it should be easy to buy, and to obviously offline online.
True, true, true. So it's a great strategy to go ahead because, like you said, everybody wants to first try it out and then make that purchase. But Deepak, like you mentioned, that it's affordable and a lot of the shoes have already made the debut when it comes to cricketers, players. I just wanted to understand in terms of sales, what are the early signs looking like so far? How much revenue have you made via D9?
Obviously, we uh, we had a very good start, I would say, because we have already done a sale of 90 lakhs in last 4 to 5 months. And that's obviously, we expected same amount of sales when we started. And obviously we have been able to do that. So, and obviously when it comes to the sale will increase when we launch running shoes, because the market of running shoes is a very huge. And but when it comes to cricket shoes, the numbers are very good, I would say. What all research I did, and whatever I've seen in cricket, obviously the numbers what we have achieved. We started. I'll give you more exact numbers. When we started, our target was to obviously start smaller. We started with 10,000 pairs of cricket shoes, and we have been managed to sell more than 6,000 of pair shoes, and decent amount of protein and other health supplement in last 4 to 5 months. This IPL, we are launching new four cricket spikes. So in this
Hmm.
IPL, when I play, I'll be wearing new cricket spikes because what all learnings I have we had, what all
Hmm.
feedbacks we got in the last 5 months, we have changed it. So for
Okay.
us, D9 will always be a brand where we'll be taking feedbacks very seriously, because I am someone who wanted to do a lot of changes, wanted
Hmm.
something obviously, but that never happened. So that I'll do in my brand. Whatever feedback we'll get, will change, as soon as possible. Especially, when it comes to running and cricket, all these kind of things can affect you. Obviously, can give you injuries if it's not correct, technically correct. At the same time, if it's good, it can help you to enhance your performance.
Right. So, like you clearly said, you will be taking a lot of feedback, making those changes, making sure that the, players, it fits right for them. But when it comes to, again, in terms of target wise, just wanted to understand any 1 year target you have in terms of revenues or sales for D9 since the launch.
No target. So for me, it's very different. I think differently. I'm a this side D9 is very close to me. So I know your one question will be, are you am I looking for funding? No, that answer is no. Obviously, I'll answer it first. So D9 is for me, and I have a different feeling of D9. This is for people. This is my passion, and I'll do it differently. So this is to get better every day, and there was
Hmm.
no target of for obviously, we had a target. That's why we made only 10,000 shoes. So this is a
Hmm.
we are in learning phase. So
Hmm.
what people do, or what people make mistake in their life, business, sports, anywhere in their any career, you want result very quickly. So what I learned a lot. So from my cricket and from my struggles, and obviously that you cannot expect result very fast. So there is a process to it. You have to go slowly, you have to learn every day. So I see D9 as a we are in a learning phase. My dad works, he takes care of everything, most of the things, because I am busy
Hmm.
playing. So we are learning. So this is a learning phase where we are not expecting anything. No, obviously we want to make a good shoe,
Hmm.
everything, the good protein, which people like.
Hmm.
We start making money when people start liking it. That is simple. We,
Right.
doesn't matter what my targets are, people don't like it, I
Hmm.
will never achieve it. That is very simple. My ultimate goal is to make a D9 a best Indian sports brand. That will not happen in 1 year or 2 year or small target of revenue. That will never happen.
So you're ahead of time, and Deepak, I clearly would say it's a, big takeaway for me that patience is virtue, like you said. आराम से चलो, वेट करो.
Obviously, see, I'll give you a small example. It's for everyone. See, parents, especially parents,
Hmm.
so they are very short tempered, and they want everything quickly. Kids don't
Hmm.
understand. It's like small kids, they don't understand. I tell all the parents, see, you send your kids to school for 12 years, from first to 12. Then
Hmm.
you send them to college 3 years,
Hmm.
15
Hmm.
years. Then you do masters. You take 17 years, then you get a job. And you have that patience to, you wait 17 years that you're, to get a job. Then you say he's a settled man. But when it
Right.
comes to other things, suppose
Hmm.
business and sports,
Hmm.
you want result in 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 year, then you get frustrated. So I think you need to give certain amount of time to everything, whatever you do. When I started playing cricket, we thought that we'll give 10 years to cricket. Let's see where we reach. And obviously, I was at a good position when it comes to 10 years. Same target I've given to my entrepreneurship. I'll be entrepreneur for 10 years. After 10 years, you see me where I've reached. Obviously, I'll be better than what I am today. I will be doing better than what I'm doing if I'm willing to improve. Same time, you need to improve every day. If you improve every day for 10 years, you will eventually
Hmm.
make it where you want to.
That's true, because clearly, last when we spoke, and now when we talk again, you have started with one brand. Now you're already on the second one. But just going back to the fantasy gaming platform, just wanted to understand there how is business, especially a little challenge when it comes to the GST changes. Any impact on because of that, and how is business faring on the fantasy gaming platform side?
I would say, obviously, that was a big news for all the fantasy platforms. 28% GST. So obviously that is obviously not affected that much, but it's a little slow. So I think this IPL will decide how fantasy sports is going to do good, and obviously it will decide for TFG also how we're going to We have very good plans this year. We have a lot of sport, lot of influencer and cricketers to promote. DNINE will be spending to large amount of money on marketing than last year. We are more prepared. We are more experienced. We know what kind of contest people like. So obviously we have had a lot of learning in last 1 year, and obviously we'll do better this year.
Looking forward to that. And you rightly said that it's the thrill that kind of keeps us glued to the game, to the platforms. And I'm sure you are seeing good traction. Just wanted to understand, when we talk about again, last when we spoke, you had mentioned two data points. One was achieving 1 million downloads, and one was 3.5 crore in the first revenue in the first year of launch. I just wanted to understand, are we on track when we talk about these
No,
two
I would
numbers?
say we're not on track on that part because of obviously the GST that obviously affected a lot, and we are in a phase where we're doing a lot of things together. So this
Okay.
IPL will be the go-to thing for us. We'll tell you the exact number after the IPL because we have done so much. We have prepared the whole year for this IPL
Right.
because we have changed our app.
Mm,
Earlier obviously we have
mm,
in-house team. We have hired so many people this
mm,
year. When we started last year, we had a team of 5 people. Now we are 40 people. So obviously
mm.
we have obviously done so many things. We have in-house engineers. We have made our in-house app now. Obviously, which obviously we have more control of there. We are coming with new features, and that is very exciting. You'll know in couple of weeks. We'll have a big press release for that. Obviously, this IPL, I would say we are prepared well, and we'll give you good numbers at the end of the IPL.
Well, like you are, waiting for the IPL, so are we as audiences as well. But Deepak, when we talk about this year's IPL, this is an election year. We are seeing little changes when it comes to schedule. As a cricketer, as a player, as a CSK team member, I just wanted to understand any the change in schedule. Is it impacting? How is the preparation going on for you?
Obviously, we have had scheduled for the first 4 matches. I think for now everything seems to be like we will be playing matches in India only. But it is good because a lot of revenue goes out of our country, and a lot of people wait for IPL to happen so they can make good amount of business from catering to a lot of things. So I think the IPL should happen in India, and now it's happening. And as an athlete, if you ask me, we for Chennai it doesn't matter because wherever we play, it's our home game because of my buy in the CSK franchise has that support throughout the country. So we for us it's every game is a home game, so it doesn't matter where we're playing. But for now we are playing first 4 matches are obviously 2 are in Chennai, and hopefully all the other matches will be again in the same in India only. So it doesn't matter where you're playing. It should be in India. I don't like playing IPL outside India because then people miss out a lot because that fun and that thrill obviously. But it's good that IPL is happening in India.
Yeah, we are also enjoying the fact that it's happening in India, and we can cheer for our teams. I personally am a fan of CSK, so that is something that we're looking out for. But Deepak, in the last answer, you had mentioned that you give time to everything, and you're giving time to business as well. You're giving time to your entrepreneurial journey as well. Just wanted to understand cricket and then business. How are you juggling these two acts? How is life when we talk about managing these two things together?
Yeah, I get this question often, and people think when you start doing good or when you start doing something else, people think you're diverting your focus to something else.
Hmm.
Earlier, I used to practice for 8 hours. Still, I practice for 8 hours. I would say I practice 9 hours now. But earlier, I used to give that extra time to watch movies or play games. That time which I was giving to game and movie, now I
Hmm.
give to business. Obviously, I don't do daily operations. Obviously, that's why I've started 2 businesses because I have my wife Jaya. She looks after TFG. She does all those things, and in D9, my father he does all the things. Where I just talk to them. In D9, I have more contribution because that is again related to sports and cricket. I give my feedback, I take. But again, Dean, TFG, Ja handles most of the thing. We just discuss bigger things, when it has to come to making decisions. We discuss, what needs to be done. And that is very rare. But daily operations, I don't take care, so I don't have to worry about what's happening. That obviously daily operations are more challenging. I focus on my cricket. I just give extra time which I used to give to games or movie, to business. And obviously that is what I like. So people do what they like in the free time. This is what I like. And obviously for the future is good.
Interesting. But Deepak, like you said, you are managing the two acts well. But recently we got to know about Nitin Kamat's a mild stroke, and that has raised a question of work-life balance. And one needs to be efficient in their work, but then we also have to take care that that the work does not affect our health. What's your take on this?
So I would tell you one thing, the secret of all the athletes. So we as athletes are those who are playing at a higher level, and
Hmm.
those who are if you people ask me what is the difference between a elite athlete and a normal athlete, that is again all mindset. So you as an athlete needs to know when to switch off, when to switch on. So
Hmm.
obviously that has helped me here, because when I'm practicing I don't think about business. When I'm
Hmm.
talking about business, I don't about think about cricket. When I'm
Right.
spending time with my family, I spend time with my family. I'm not thinking about my cricket, or I am not thinking about business. So when people mix everything together, then it affects you, because you won't
Hmm.
have. For me, on a particular day, not everything will go right. I'll
Hmm.
have bad day in cricket. I might have a good day at office. I might have a bad day at my house. I might have fight with my wife, girlfriend, whatever in relation you are. So if you mix everything, then it gives you a lot of tension. And what is your? I have good day at office, and obviously when I sleep, I'll think about good thing. I will not think about bad thing. So it depends on the person to person how you're dealing with the things. So there are a lot of things in the world where you can take pressure. As an athlete, you face pressure every day. If you don't perform
Hmm.
one day, 100 people are going to go and come and abuse you, obviously. But when you do good, they praise you. So you don't have to think about what people are going to say. What you like, you're doing it. That is the matter. That is all what it matters. You are with your family, and you are doing what you love. That, see, up and downs will always come in your sports
Right.
career, life, everything. When you sleep, you have to be very peaceful. When you sleep, you need to delete everything and think what I'm going to do tomorrow. This has happened today. Tomorrow I'll do this. That's it. Then you switch off from everything. Then you're happy. Then you sleep properly. I have seen a lot of people, they're not able to sleep when they're under
Hmm.
pressure. They're not able to sleep. There are a lot of athletes. If tomorrow I have a big game, I'm not able to sleep. If you don't sleep, obviously your mind is thinking something, and when mind all doesn't always think positive,
Hmm.
it will most of the time it thinks negative, then positive is very less. So
Right.
for me, it is you should not think about that much when
Hmm.
it comes to this thing. When you everything all these disease strokes that comes from the mind. So it's just the thinking is the way of thinking, how you see the life and how you see challenges. I
Hmm.
see it very differently. Everything is a process. Going up and down is the part of process. Eventually you'll reach where you want to reach. Just give it a time. Don't stress too much. Nothing's going to happen. Your life and health is most important thing in the life. Nothing, money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy your good life, healthy life. And one more thing, what people are not doing when it comes to the corporate world is giving time to their body. Eating healthy and
Hmm.
doing exercise is very
Right.
important. If you exercise and you eat well, you will think well and you will live healthier. So I think when it comes to, I see my wife Jaya, she struggles. She makes a lot of effort to go to gym, but still she does. I make sure that she does go to gym and do training for at least 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes every day. Either it's morning before going to the office or it's after.
Hmm.
So I think you should do that. That will, I think, help everyone. And of me being an athlete, we do 8 hours of training. So for us, it's different. But normal people should obviously give time to their body, because if
Hmm.
body is good, then you can make money and then you can live. If body is not good, money won't come and help you.
True. Like you said, health is very important. And, talking to you, it has uplifted our mood. So, for today, we can say that it will be a very de-stressed day and quite a happy one as well. So, we enjoyed this conversation with you, Deepak. Thank you so much for joining us on Money Control.
Thank you so much.